Hey friends, and welcome back to the More Than Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Angela Walter Hagen, and on this podcast, we live out Ephesians 3:20, that God is able to do immeasurably more than all you can ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us for all generations. My husband and I, who is back on the podcast today.
Hello again.
Welcome back, baby.
Thank you.
My husband and I feel not only compelled but commissioned to walk out a more than life beside you.
That's right.
Because that verse isn't just for us, it's for you too. And we believe that we crave what really matters and more of it. And we want our lives to impact eternity. And we know that you want that too.
That's right.
So we are continuing our last episode of More Than Engaged. Part two. And we unpacked so much in our last episode, but we only hit part one. So we need to get to our part two and our part three. Meaning that we have a few other examples, because I feel like we actually ended up sharing so many examples with them we didn't even plan on, which was kind of awesome. But it's all honest and it's all real. And we just hope that you can glean something from our engagement season so that you can live an engagement season that is on purpose and is beautiful and that truly isn't just wishing it by, but is soaking in the season.
That's right.
So in our part one, More Than Engaged, we talked about what it actually means to concentrate more on the marriage over the wedding day. Yeah. What it looks like to concentrate on being married the day after you wake up, the day after you say I do. And we talked about how we really invested in that so that we could take a sure-footing step out into our marriage, which was amazing. Yeah. So today we get to talk about 2 and 3 of that. So we talked about 2 was enjoying the season.
Enjoy the season.
Don't rush. And 3 was talking about having the right goals. So how do you feel like we enjoyed the season of engagement?
Wow. Yeah, we did. We did enjoyed a good job. We did a good job of that.
Even though it was crazy busy and hectic, we enjoyed it.
We were engaged. So for those of you that didn't watch the last episode, we were engaged
go back and watch
for yes, definitely. Gold. We were engaged for a whole year. Mm-hmm. So we dated a year, were engaged a year, and then we got married. Mm-hmm. But that year of engagement, wow, that there was a lot. Mm-hmm. We had the wedding planning, trying to figure out all the family dynamics of our coming together, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Buying a house.
Yep, that was towards the later half.
Job transitions, all of that happened within a year.
There was a lot.
With that though, how did we actually enjoy it? Because we did. Yeah,
it flew by. But I think looking back, like in the moment, it was like so long. I just wanted to get married and start our life, and but God knows best, and He needed to do some pruning, some trimming, and kind of get us to where we needed to be for marriage.
Well, you said something really important in there, because you echo what I feel like a lot of people feel during the engagement season, which was like, oh, I just wanted to be married. I just wanted to be married. I just wanted to be there. And yeah, there's so much beauty in that. We wanted to be married. Like, yeah, we were 30 when we got married. So we waited a long time to be, one and unified. But I remind people, and you did a good job reminding me of this, and I kept reminding you when you were feeling a little weak, but we only get one engagement season and we will be married the rest of our life. Yeah. So this is the last time that we will not be married, and it will be the shortest season. So it's kind of like this race, or this like, I feel like it's that sprint towards the end of a long race. Yeah. But like you're tired and you just want to like hit the finish line, but you're also like coming in, and I feel like that's what I'm picturing is like somebody coming in from a marathon and you just want to be past the finish line, but you're tired and you're just like, I want to get there. But that's where all the people start cheering you on, right? Like the people on the sidelines, they start cheering you on. They start like holding up the banner. They're like, keep going. Like kind of there's the celebration and the excitement and all of that around it that you also want to take in and enjoy. Instead
of the end of the race being the wedding day, it should be all of your rocky training, running around trying to catch the chicken stuff. That's engagement. Mm-hmm. And then your wedding is when it says, all right, go.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's the real starting line. We talked about that a little bit in part 1. Yep. But I feel like as we got ready for our wedding day, we remembered that, and we kind of like looked at each other and paused a lot. And we're like, okay, let's take in this moment. Like we reminded each other that we prayed for this moment.
Yeah.
We reminded each other because we did get stressed out. Like there's going to be stressful moments in your engagement, and that's okay. Like you kind of have to go into it expecting you're going to be juggling a lot, and balance is a myth during your engagement season. So it can truly be a beautiful season of engagement. Like I remember having so many beautiful memories from it. Something that I want us to think about is like how long engagement season is, right? Because this is what I hear a lot of people say is, oh, like they're engaged for like years, like 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. Like unfortunately, this is more uncommon than not, I think, in this time frame that we're living in, because people are more concentrating on the wedding day than the actual marriage.
Or finances and all that.
Or finances. They're like, yeah, I need to get my finances, my ducks in a row first. I need to save up a certain amount of money. I could only book the venue 3 years out. Like when we got married, we planned the wedding and got married in a year. So we got engaged and then we got married in a year. When we started shopping around and doing our wedding planning and going to every, what are those called? The
wedding trade shows. Whatever.
They're not trade shows. The wedding shows. Venues. What are they called? The wedding. What are they called?
Recitals.
Expos. Okay.
It's a trade show.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so when we would go to all these wedding expos, which tip there, go to every wedding expo you can, because you get a bunch of ideas
free
and
food.
You get free food and you get a bunch of free stuff. So
we still go. We're married. We just take the rings off. We keep her engagement ring on and we go.
Okay, we did that one time, but that was kind of fun. We were just kind of playing it, but it was adorable. So go to those, but as we were going, we started planning, and I remember all of the vendors asking us, how long, when's your date? And most of them, when we said a year or 8 months, they were like, oh my gosh, you're never going to find what you need by then.
Right.
They were constantly like, so the one time, literally a girl from David's Bridal, she was like, no, we won't get your dress in by then. And I remember my sister being a great bridesmaid, not a bridesmaid, my maid of honor, Kristen, she literally stepped in and she was like, well then you're not the person for her, because if you can't get her dress in that amount of time, because I think Kristen saw like the stress on my face when the girl's literally telling me you can't get a dress by then. And I had about 11 months when it was like the first expo.
Like almost a whole year.
So this is just to remind you that it is about your life, you becoming one with somebody, and God's timing for you. Don't let anybody tell you can't plan a wedding in a certain amount of time, because if there's a will, there's a way, and you will get it done. It's about the timeline of your life and what God is calling you to. And there's really no reason to be waiting 5-7 years. If you really want to build a life together, you want to get married like as quickly as possible to this person.
Yeah.
Now, on the other side of that, though, don't just get married in a month just because you want to enjoy all the benefits of marriage, because there is a sweet season, and we really prayed about that.
You only get one.
You only get one. We really prayed about that. As much as we wanted to be married the day after we got engaged, there was a process. And there was beauty in that process, because the amount of memories that we had during that time with each other and with family. There was so many special moments I had with my mom, with my sisters, with my nieces, moments that we had all together as a family, going out, going to expos, planning, having these moments where you can really create memories, but also have a launching pad into your marriage was just something so important for us. So just don't make it too long and don't make it too short, but really listen to God's timing on it.
Yeah, that's it.
But I do remember being in all of those seasons. I was like, this is the last Christmas before, like my first Christmas engaged and my last Christmas not married. You know, like I would checkpoint all of those. And I feel like that is something special to do too.
You're always so good at memorial stones, you know, so if it's the first or the last or something significant like that, you love to mark it down.
I do. I love to mark it down. And I think that helped us during our engagement season.
Our poor Christmas tree, I'll tell you what.
What happened to our Christmas tree?
It has all the ornaments. My first this, my first that.
That's true. Yeah. We have probably like 5 of our first.
We have the amount of ornaments that a 10-year 10-year marriage.
Well, we have like
with
first
kids. That's what we don't have.
We have like first meeting, first date, or first Christmas engaged. Yeah. Well, anyway, just enjoy it. Slow down, enjoy it. Take in all the holidays. For us, July was a really important month. We had a really special date in July. July was a special month that I loved always, and so it was a year from our engagement. So it just made sense for us. There's no magic number in the year, but it was just, again, God's peace, God's timing, everything really aligned with that. We enjoyed that season. It was just right for us. Yours will be different.
Don't put so much pressure on yourself or all the to-dos. That's another big thing. Don't put so much pressure on, I gotta get this certain venue, I have to get this certain food catered, like all the wedding stuff. Like, for us, I feel like half the time, and we did a lot of research, and it was fun to look and to dream. Half the stuff we looked at and dreamed about, we never ended up following, that route.
Oh my gosh, once you go down the Instagram reels, it is like a deep,
it can be a lot, so don't overwhelm yourself with it.
I saved so many on there.
Yeah.
That's so good, because now
have a bunch saved, yeah.
I know. Now in the era of Instagram, though, it's like you can get easily caught up in comparing your wedding to so many others, and there's so many elements that are great and beautiful, but once you see all of them, like sometimes you would stop me from spiral scrolling, because I'd be like, honey, let's do this, honey, and you'd be like, whoa, like let's go back to the goals of our wedding date, let's go back to who we are, what we want, what reflects us.
And you know what's great about that? We got to piece it together ourselves.
Yeah.
So instead of borrowing other people's puzzle pieces, we designed it, and now it's what we have is ours.
Yeah, exactly. So we got to copy and paste here and there, and then make it our own.
And put our own spin on it.
Because also there's the fear of like, oh my gosh, am I missing out on this, and this? Like, I remember just thinking, oh, is there anything I'll regret after that I didn't do on my wedding day? And there was so much pressure for that, because there are so many ideas, but he was so great at reminding me, like, it has to birth out of who we are and our values and what reflects us the most. So when we would boil it down from all of that, like, that was kind of a good brainstorming starting place. But then when we would boil it down, we'd be like, okay, what do we really value?
Right.
Where do we want to spend our time at our wedding? I really wanted something that we really valued is kids in our life. Like, we love kids. We have nieces and nephews. We, are really
kids ministry at church.
Involved in our church. So we have a lot of kids ministry, our teen group, and we love the next generation. And honestly, just like shout out to our Childlike Faith episode series, go back and watch it. But I love being around kids. Like, they add so much joy, they add so much life. And I know a lot of weddings these days are like no kids, and we wanted kids at our wedding. We had a lot of great relationships with these littles, and I'll tell you, they added so much. So that was a value for our wedding that we said, awesome. This reflects us. That was awesome. And we even had them, we did one shout out to the kids during one of our songs, and we had them come on the floor, and we did bubble machine for them. So we had a bunch of bubbles as they danced, and they just had amazing times. I kind of joked with all the dads. I was like, I set the bar pretty high for your little girls coming to our wedding.
That's right.
But we did, and that was beautiful. So that was a value to us, and that was something we didn't even see in a reel. So just really like let it be organic from who you are.
And you guys might have seen a glimpse of that last week in the commercial.
In our commercial.
The wedding trailer.
Oh, yeah. All right. So during this season, as you enjoy it, go on dates. You are going to feel like the only time you're together is when you're actually problem solving and planning.
Right.
So we would...
Don't make it so serious.
Don't make it so serious. We almost used as an excuse, like, everything we did for wedding planning. If we were like going to pick out our flowers, we'd be like, well, let's go to dinner after on the way home from that. Or we would be like, let's go to Chick-fil-A, after we go see the venue for the last time, or do whatever we were doing. We tried to turn it into a date.
Or our favorite diner. Which closed.
Yeah, that one. And then remember when we went to one at like 10:30 at night after a financial piece?
Yep.
Because on the last episode, we talked about getting our finances in order, and we went out to eat dinner at like 10:30 at night at a diner.
The best way I can say it is fun.
One of my favorite memories.
It's going to be a lot of planning, preparing, even if it's a small wedding, because our wedding wasn't even that big.
With like 100 people.
There's going to be stress. You're still learning each other. You're still learning family dynamics. So there's a lot of variables, but at the end of the day, make sure you create little pockets of time for each other to rest with each other, to grow with each other still, to learn together still. So it's all about those pockets of time.
So good. Because I feel like something that I felt early on in our engagement season was we were spending so much time together just out of necessity because we were planning, and then it turned into house prepping and doing that. So we were together a lot, but I almost felt guilty that like, oh, we were spending so much time together, and then other people needed us.
Right.
But remember that those weren't necessarily, like, we made them fun, but that's also a different type of quality time than going out to dinner and talking or resting together and not planning.
Prioritize.
And so because we were planning so much, we spent so much time together, I kind of thought, oh, well, we can't spend more time together. We have to share it. And yes, there's healthy in both ways, but just know that it's okay to actually go on a date still and don't feel guilty for it. Go on a date, romance each other still, and don't talk about wedding stuff. Like, you could just have fun again and just go out, and you still need time apart from wedding planning. So make sure that you do that.
That's good.
Because that was intentional date time that we really needed, where we still got to go deep on things and laugh.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of
dancing.
Yes, explain the dancing.
So we decided it would be really cool if I took my 2 left feet and you took your 2 left feet, and
we're both
went to a dance class. We went to dance lessons for was it 8 weeks?
Yeah, I think it was 8 lessons.
Weeks,
yeah,
8 lessons. We went to this amazing teacher's house. She had this whole dance studio in her. Like the under part of her house, the basement area, and we just practiced once a week, because we were gonna do like a big number
at our wedding,
at the reception.
That was one of the best pieces of advice we got from one of our good friends that got married the year before us.
Yep.
Because we didn't even really think about that too much of a dance, and because we knew we'd have a first dance, but I love the idea of having a choreographed dance at the wedding. I didn't expect to love the process that much.
Yeah. I mean, I can still remember certain times we'd pull up to the teacher's house, and there were times where we had just finished an argument. There were times where we
literally in her driveway,
so hungry.
Yeah.
Times where we're just like, oh, do we even need to be here today? Yeah. Like, we have so much other things to do. Is this even that important? But then the moment we started dancing, everything, it's like all the stress, all the other problems went out the window. And we're not too bad.
No, we're not too bad. Actually, you led, like, you're a lot better than me, which I did not. I would have bet money I was going to be better than you, but you led so well, and you remembered it so much better than I did.
It was a lot of fun.
But I'll tell you, that was, like, amongst all of the stress and the thinking so hard, that was just like a breath of fresh air. And whatever we were fighting about, it was like after we came back out of that dance, we were just like reconnect again, reunited. We did the dance. I mean, we still remember most of it. We just tried to do it the other day, and like we're losing bits and pieces of it. But it's 2 years, so that's pretty good. And so I remember even after we did it, like on our honeymoon in the pool, we did it in our kitchen, for months after.
It was awesome.
On late nights and early mornings. And so it's just a great way to connect with your partner.
After we were married, you had like a hard day at work.
Yeah.
And you came in the door, and I just stood there. I stood where I started in the actual dance, and then once you caught on, you stood there, and we just started to do it. And it's just, I don't know, it's just one of those things where it was very, it's great.
It's magical. It's magical. Yeah. And you're team building together, and you're working together, and you have to laugh.
Humility too.
Humility, because you're not very good at it.
You're not good at dancing. It humbles you. And then that was big, because we'd be in an argument. And again, like I said, if you didn't catch it in the first episode, she's very stubborn.
He's very stubborn.
And so she would not let go of this one thing in an argument. I don't even remember what it was.
I needed it fixed.
And we'd go in and start dancing, and then it was just like, we left the argument. She's like, I'm sorry. I overreacted. And I'm just
is that what I said? Yeah.
Probably, I remember.
I'm sure I did.
I remember.
I'm sure I said I overreacted.
I definitely.
And you said you're sorry. You said something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's true.
It was.
And then.
It was a really special
It
8 weeks there.
It was beautiful. Yeah. So that is also a tip, is do something together that you can team build. Highly recommend doing dancing together. And it is so beautiful. And however the dance comes out on your wedding day. But I will say that dancing together on our wedding day was like top 3 favorite moments. I forgot
about the actual
I know. I was just talking about the whole process because the engagement. But the actual dancing at our wedding was like I was in a movie. It was so amazing. I thought it felt like it was you and I, but yet I just kept hearing like cheers in the background. And
yeah, I forgot that
we got out like inflatable guitars, which was like a great prop in it. And Trevor's just like going crazy on them. And I hear everybody cheering. And
do you want to tell them the song?
Yeah, we can tell them.
It was Love Bug.
By the Jonas Brothers. Because it was like a 1940s themed wedding. And so it was just like the perfect little swing.
Had swing to it, yeah.
Oh, so great. So that was a blast. So definitely take that. So go on dates. I remember Trevor would take me back to like where we had one of our first dates or our second date in. And we would just go back and just remember why you're going to the altar and have moments that are innocent and raw where you can decompress. You can unload, you can be carefree and laugh and remember that you are working towards your wedding, which is meant to be really, really exciting. Yeah. The other part that helped us enjoy the process, which I kind of touched on this, was enjoying really special moments with the people you love. There's so much sentiment around getting married, and I think I didn't expect there to be that many opportunities with my family or friends that we had conversations with. I remember for your bachelor party, you had all these boys come together. Your cousin, who's your best man, he doesn't even live by us, and it was like you don't see him very often.
Yeah, different friend groups all together to celebrate. I think it's for those of you that family is more distant or if you guys aren't so close, the wedding season, it can be challenging. It has its challenges. I think at the end of the day, for us, we just wanted everyone to support us, and it was you and I coming up with most of the decisions and all of the process behind it. And it was just really cool at the end of the day to have everybody that we cared about, that we loved, sitting there to celebrate. The ceremony was amazing, as you guys saw glimpses of that in last week's video.
Well, and having the right people around you to support you is really huge because you are under a lot of stress, but I think it does give you a lot of really cool excuses to get together. Like my one best friend who lives 3 hours away, or my one best friend who lives an hour away, or my one lives really far away, and I don't get to see her for years at a time. And so for her to come in for my wedding meant the world to me.
That was cool. We had a lot of family and friends visit.
And then shout out to Yvonne for making the trip, and then shout out to Bethany who lives 3 hours away, and we get to FaceTime and talk, but to have her come for my shower, for my bachelorette, I was like, I don't want this wedding process planning to end because I just get to see so many of my people that I normally don't see. I remember, shout out to Corinne, we were FaceTiming all the time. She made so many decorations for my wedding and I loved it so much. And so we just had these excuses, but also it was building our relationship in such a beautiful way to create memories. So my sisters and my nieces and my mom, like we just spent so many moments together just picking out dresses and planning. And so it's definitely a marker in your life. But like Trevor said too, with that also comes the dynamic of just having a lot of family combined. So if you also feel the weight of the family stressors where expectations are put on you and stressors are put on you, remember at the end of the day, it is about you and your partner. Period. So like you can love and appreciate all the opinions that you're getting and just be like, hey, at the end of the day, we're going to choose what's best for us. And you know what? Just pray for that support and that love, because the people that really do will love and support you through it. And that's what matters. Okay. One of the pieces of advice that one of my bridesmaids gave me, Bethany, thank you for this. She, as soon as we got engaged, she was like, buy everything that you want that has like future misses on it or bride. And she just kind of like gave me permission to go all in. And that was something that just added so much fun. I remember she sent me like bride earrings in the mail, and I like still use my like coffee mug that has misses on it and the 2024 year and the future my sweatshirts and my pajamas and the slippers. And it can seem small, but again, you're only engaged once. And so just like enjoy the process and be okay with having it, because then it's like a keepsake for you, but also it's just fun to like create conversations, because when you're out and about, I remember how many people would talk to me about my sweatshirt, about whatever I had, my mug. And so it's just so fun, and it adds a blast to what you're going through as what people deem as stressful, so that you could just be having so much fun through it.
That's right.
Okay, we made it to point number 3, which is, now that we made through the entire engagement season, you enjoyed it, you slowed down, you made some dates, it'll be crazy and it'll be hectic, but at the end of the day, what matters is that you two are unified. It's you two at the end of the day, and you guys will be married.
Yep.
You have to set goals for your actual wedding day.
Yeah.
And this takes us to the finish line / starting line, which is really a starting line, which he just keeps saying, because it's true. It's starting everything. So talk about some like rules that you make sure that you both stick to for your wedding day, which one for us was never leave each other's side.
Yes, that was big. There were so many moments where either your friends wanted pictures with you or vice versa with me, and we just
things were off with the food.
Oh yeah, I think at one point some guy fainted. But we were just like, all right, let's do it all together. Yeah. That was something that
no matter what, it was like our hands were, and then because the one moment I noticed you, it was again, something imperfectly perfect.
Yeah.
Remember our Jeep?
Yes. So I'm in the military, so we kind of did like an old 40s vibe to the wedding. So I had like an old World War II Army Jeep was our getaway vehicle. So I had to, the guy showed up really late, and he was like parked off to the wrong side. So I went outside to help him coordinate where to park so that we could come down the steps at the end, get in, and drive off. Well, that was one moment where I left your side, and so I went to do that. Yeah.
Well, also this Army Jeep guy, we like booked him like 6 months in advance, and then he like forgot about it. He was in Bahamas or something, Jamaica. Yeah, he was not there. Anyway, he had to like phone a friend. This friend had no idea what he was doing, so it added all this chaos to it. Yep. But the only thing I remember about it, because some other things went awry that day, but yeah, that was a moment you left. And for a second, I was like, where is my groom? Like, what is going on? But when you came back, you rectified it, and you did a great job.
Well, he originally was supposed to drive us to the hotel, but
sweet.
Because it was a change of guys and this guy wasn't comfortable, he said to me,
couldn't even drive the
he's
car.
like, I can drive you to the end of the lane, that's it. And we're like, what? So I had my brother-in-law park my car at the end of the lane, so he drove us to the end of the lane. That way we didn't have to like come back to get the car. It would have been awkward,
right?
So we made it work.
Yeah,
but we had to pivot
a little bit. We did, but ideally, and the goal was do not separate. I remember the one time too, because he's such a gentleman, we were going into our reception hall, and everybody was like going in and doing their little dance. We were obviously the last ones. They were going to announce us. Yeah. But I noticed as people were going in, the door kept like slamming shut. So you went to go open the door for people to hold it. And I was like, I grabbed his hand and I was like, no, you are staying here. Like somebody else can do that today. Right. So it's just like sometimes your tendencies are going to want to be to help, because Trevor's like that. He's like always going to hold the door. He's always going to help. He's always going to put himself out just to make sure something else goes smoothly. So remember, like, this is your wedding day. So it's okay to let other people do their things on that day to help your day. Right. Because it's you two together, and that's what matters. So sticking by each other's side was so important. Yeah.
It was great too, because we got to share a lot of, most besides that one thing I mentioned, we got to share everything together. Everything. So there's not a memory that we have differently. Right. You know what I mean? That's important.
Right. Something else that I loved, which somebody recommended to us, was like taking like mini vacations throughout the day, or like mini pauses.
Yeah, little mental breaks.
Yeah. Which got hectic, but there was a moment. You want to talk about
our photographer was very driven, let's just say. He needed to get that shot, and he needed a lot of those shots. So basically, our photographer, he had us walk the grounds outside during the reception to get photos of us as the sun was setting. And we were out there for a little bit, and he was taking a lot of pictures, and we were kind of getting a little tired, and we're just like, all right, next picture. And for those of you who have been married, if you've had some similar situations,
and this was later in the day, so we were tired.
We were tired. But I think it was definitely God had put a little moment together for us was really special, because the photographer's buddy, his helper, the flash.
What was the video?
The flash thingy, like the battery went dead. So the photographer had to stop, and he said, "All right, go get the spare. Go get the spare. Come back so the flash would go off when he takes the pictures." So we had like a 5-minute break out of nowhere, because of that. And then the videographer, who was also following us around to get footage, he just kind of whispered to us like, "All right, take this moment in." Do you remember exactly what he said?
Yeah, well, he just like slowed down time for us, and he's like, "Put your foreheads against each other. Okay, now just listen to each other's breathing, and then feel your heart rate." And then I put my hand on his chest, he put his hand on mine, and he's like, just take in this moment, like it's July 20th and you're getting married, and he just started to like speak really this moment over us, and it was just what we needed in that moment, because we really got to slow down time, and it was like, this is your moment, it's just you two together, your husband and wife after this. And what a beautiful moment, and what a gift to us to just have that memory, because I know that for Trevor and I, that's something that we share and we talk about often, just like having that slow down moment. So if you don't have a videographer as cool as ours, make the moment yourself.
Yep, remember that.
And just do it. Like,
and there was other moments throughout the wedding that we did.
We had so many moments together, but that one just really stuck out to us because it was a moment of fatigue, but it was a moment that like gave us a breath of fresh air, and it just slowed down time, and we'll forever have that encapsulated in our minds forever.
And we got a picture of it.
Yeah. And as you prepare for this big day, remember that you're not just coordinating an event. Because I feel like early on, I kind of had to
love party planning.
I do. And I'm good at it.
Very good at it.
I'm hospitable. I love organizing. I love planning. I plan a lot of events for church and
family, everything.
Pendle Women and all of these, for family, for baby showers, for you give me the job, I can get it done. So I love coordinating events. However, I had to remember and kind of take off the hat that I'm not just putting on an event, and I'm not just planning this big event for everybody else, but this is actually creating a space to create a covenant before God that is our marriage, and we're pledging our life to each other. And so when we kept reshifting our values and knowing that everybody else is coming to celebrate this union, it shifted the focus and took the pressure off of it.
That's good.
Which was huge, because I am a good party planner and hostess, I would say.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 4:12 was one of the verses that we used in our wedding, which I love so much. But it says, a person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. Three are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. This was a verse that we used during our ceremony as we picked out all the elements that we loved. But
we got this little thing on a stand, had the 3 cords all separate, and then while they were reading this passage here, we intertwined them. So one is me, one is you, and one is God. So that was a pretty impactful verse. But there was one other thing too. My favorite thing that we did at the ceremony.
It was my favorite thing too.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you say it. It was the one thing. Remember when I said in last episode that he was invested, but at the end of the day, he didn't care? This is the one thing he's like, I needed. This is what I need, and this is what I want to do for you.
And people were telling us too, they were like, oh, you don't need to do that. That's...
Or they were like, that's super awkward. So there was like a lot of discouragement, like, oh, that could be really awkward, but so maybe don't do it.
I don't care. I want
But you had a conviction around it.
So if you haven't seen this before, if you have... it was we took a pause for a moment, and
during the ceremony
I knelt down, and I got a little basin and a pitcher, like a jar, and I washed her feet. Nothing crazy, just a simple wash, pour water over the foot, dry it off, both feet, put them back in the heels. But I wanted that to signify that I will always serve her, like Jesus serves us. How he washed the disciples' feet. It's an act of surrender and love, So I wanted to do that, and I think it was one of the most beautiful moments. We still have the picture and the basin
and the water jug. Yeah. Well, I will say it was certainly my favorite part of the ceremony. Probably actually of the whole day. That and the dance were like my two favorite. But I didn't expect to get so emotional during it. I didn't know what to expect, because when you told me, I was like, well, yeah, you're convicted by it. Yep. And it was a beautiful gesture. But I guess I didn't expect like the whole room to disappear and it to feel like it was just you and me. Because that's what it felt like locking eyes with you and you actually like promising me this covenant that like you are going to serve me and lay down your life for me like Jesus. Yep. Oh my gosh, why am I getting emotional? In our anniversary month. Yeah. But that was like just everything to me. And I even think the act of you doing it, because that was such a humble act in your army dress uniform in front of 100 of the closest people we know, for you to do that even in that moment showed so much humility, that I just knew you were going to lead our marriage with so much servanthood and selflessness and sacrificial love. So I think that goes to say also, just remember that it comes down to what you're convicted by and what matters to you. Yeah. And that's a shout out for a future episode too, that have the fear of God over the fear of man and fear of people, because we were kind of discouraged to do that. And I'm so glad we listened to what we were convicted by.
Me too.
Because that is literally a picture in our bedroom now, and that's one of our greatest memories, and a promise that you made to me, and I loved that. So
that's right.
So as you plan this wedding day, as you think and pray over, what elements make up you too, what elements reflect who you are, what elements will be lasting and create the foundation for your marriage. Like, you can get great opinions from other people, but at the end of the day, it's you two. Right. And like that verse in Ecclesiastes says we're back to back. Like, it's him and I fighting the world. Yep. And that starts by walking through the engagement season and really having each other's backs.
Trusting and growing together.
And
Can I ask you this? Mm-hmm. What I said in the first episode, imperfectly perfect. Mm-hmm. That's how I described the wedding day, imperfectly perfect. Yeah. There was things that went awry, but how do you feel 2 years in? Mm-hmm. 2 years married now. How do you feel, looking back?
At the wedding?
Yeah, at the wedding, at the engaged season.
Oh my gosh. I look at those pictures all the time. Like, It's so sweet. Like, what a sweet season. The engagement season, I look at pictures from that all the time. Right. I just think it's almost like a fever dream. Like, it's a clip in time. It'll never happen again. Nope. It was such a unique, small, short season that I would never trade. I'd never redo. I'd never change. I just did our wedding album. It's 2 years and we just got our wedding album in. That's how long it took me to take all 1,000 photos, put them in a 111-page album. But flipping through that, I was just crying my eyes out, because I was just like, oh my gosh, what a beautiful day. Yeah. And so it's so beautiful to think of. I won't lie. I feel like after the wedding, though, there are certain things that I was like, oh, why didn't I do this? Or I could have done this. I could have done this better. Because my perfectionist, going back to a more than perfect episode, my perfectionist type A personality inside of me is if I had that one thing, should I have done that a little differently? But he's so good, and we balance each other well. He's so good at reminding me, it's imperfectly perfect. It's our day, and we got what we needed out of it.
I wouldn't have changed a thing.
Which was being married, and he wouldn't change a thing.
When I look back at those photos and watch that video like you guys had watched, and if you haven't seen it yet, go back. It's on our Instagram as well. Mm-hmm. It's like a 5-minute mini commercial of our wedding day, and our shout out our videographer. He was amazing.
JR videography,
But when I look back at that stuff, I thank God, first off, not of an amazing day in itself, but just what a beautiful time that we got to share. Yeah. The season leading up to it, and it was difficult. Yeah. There was hardship there. There was tough times, but to see where we're at now. Sometimes I like to sit and I catch myself comparing where we're at now, 2 years in, and where we were when we first got married. And when I think about what I thought about back then, if you follow me here, when we first got married, I was thinking to myself, wow, like we have it all. We are so in love. Like nothing can tear us apart. And 2 years in, I feel like people say like the honeymoon phase wears off or something. I don't know. I feel like it's stronger than ever.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like you look back at how you felt at the wedding time, and you're just like, I didn't even know you yet.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So much deeper.
I didn't even know you yet. I didn't understand any of the intricacies about living with you or our intimacy and all that. Guys, marriage is so amazing if you follow the steps that we're kind of showing you here. If you have that more than mentality.
And building the foundation
on Christ. Build on top of that with each other, with God, and just continue to live more than. I mean, that's why we're here. That's the whole crux of all of this.
Yeah.
Of every episode that you guys have watched, more than. How to live more than this, more than this, more than this. Well, if you want a more than marriage, we'll get that episode out at some point, maybe down the road. But follow each step.
Yeah. And it's really putting our life into alignment with what God has created for us. Yeah. That's where the fruit, that's where the more than comes from. Because if I want to know, I go to the designer that made it and it shows up. And like we said, Trevor and I fight well. It's not because we're just like, oh, we're so in love and nothing ever goes wrong. Like, no, not at all. It's the fact.
She's Italian. I call her my spicy meatball.
Oh my gosh.
Spicy meatball.
Honey. They don't
Because when she
the more than family doesn't angry, need to know this.
They know it now. When she gets mad, if I do something stupid, I'm telling you.
Sometimes you do stupid things. But he's very humble.
We're human.
He is sometimes
always
a quick thinker, but he is very humble and he apologizes quickly. And I apologize when I'm a little spicy very quickly. However, with that being said, it really is just the starting line.
But we have so
the
much
wedding
fun.
Day is the starting line. We do. We have so much fun.
We don't take life so seriously.
You helped me do that because I was a lot more uptight before I met you. Yep. He taught me to laugh so much quicker at myself. Even now when I catch myself being like, oh, I'm so stupid. He's like, really? You're so stupid. Because I get hard on myself and he's like,
I'm like, oh no, I married an idiot. I like play off of it and then they feel better about yourself.
And then I'm like, yeah, I really do sound ridiculous.
If you are so stupid and I married you, what does that make me?
Yeah.
And then I pretend to go inside myself about it and then she's like, it's okay.
But you do a great job of that.
You gotta have fun.
That makes me think though of like even moments when like
spilled milk.
A year out. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's another different episode.
I think you shared that one.
I did. Even when I think about what I cry about the spilled milk of the wedding when I'm like, oh, we should have taken I beat myself up all the time that we didn't take a photo booth by ourselves because we took a million photo booths with everyone else, but we didn't take one by ourselves. So I don't have my own little strip of photo booth with my husband. And that just like gets me sometimes because I'm like, I want it. But I remember at the wedding being like, we have so many pictures, like it was for other people. And when I joke about this with you, you're just like, I don't think you've ever given a second thought to anything that has ever gone wrong.
Maybe it's a guy thing.
But
Didn't I tell you, like, if I had a time machine and I could go back, I wouldn't do it still or something like that?
Yeah, I know.
Just to double down on the point to make you feel more confident. But then we could do it.
You help me feel more confident. But what also was funny is I asked my mom and dad, because leading up to the wedding, like the week before, I was like, what did you guys do for the week before? Like, what am I supposed to do the week before I get married? Or I asked one of my best friends, Crystal. She's like, I don't even remember what I did the day before my wedding. I don't even remember what I ate. And then my mom and dad literally were trying to remember parts of their wedding. And my dad's like, doesn't remember. Or he tells me something and my mom tells me something different. And they're 37, 38, 39, somewhere in there. Years married. Yeah. And so the point is too, is like, it doesn't really matter. Like at the end of the day, like if things are a little off or go wrong, or I don't have that photo booth strip.
There's always the next day.
And we even took a photo booth strip in Disney, which is so special because now that's in our room. And so you get to make more memories and you're just starting life together. So just remember that is what matters about your engagement season, is preparing for marriage, preparing for life with this person. When all else fails, dance. Because you do that all the time with me.
Dance.
We just dance, yeah. And
gotta dance.
And that helps to just remember what you're actually aiming for. And so I hope that this encourages you in your engagement season.
Yeah.
Our engagement season was so beautiful. I do reminisce on it, but you only get one. And again, like I said in the beginning, if you have been divorced and you're getting married again, this doesn't count you out to have a really special engagement season as you walk into this marriage. Yeah. So this is for you too, but God wants something so beautiful in your engagement season to prepare you to kick off into marriage, and it's just your starting line.
He wants more then.
He wants more then. So thank you guys so much for being a part of our love story.
Thank you guys.
I love having you on here. It's
Thanks
so
for
fun.
having me.
And you're definitely going to be on more because I always love your episodes, I think, more.
Well,
so we're praying for you guys. We love you so much. This has been More Than, and we are with you in the More Than journey.
Thanks, guys. We'll be right back. Oh, my back.
Oh, that's why, because I already explained that.
More than you and me.
Okay. All right, so you'll just find the place to cut that out, but okay. So it can be a
You weren't looking at me. You gotta check if I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.